Coach, Saturday, able to move the ball a lot, but first half especially, trying to punch in once you guys got kind of in that scoring area was a little bit difficult. I guess, what did you see from Michigan State on film from that game that made it so tough, and what's it going to take this week to punch it in against UTSA?
Yeah, like you said, proud of the effort and the ball movement. They were really, really good on the defensive front. It was a tough night sledding for us running the football. When we got down there in the red zone, they did a really good job of mixing up some different coverages, dropping 7 and even 8 guys sometimes, just making the windows really tight for the passing game down there. And we just didn't do a good enough job of punching in the end zone. So clearly that's a big emphasis this week, and really focused on that a lot today as well at practice. So, just looking to find really unique and good ways to get the ball in the end zone.
So, Coach, I guess to spotlight a few of your players, Bailey gets on a watch list, Jareth gets on a watch list. So, I kind of just want to hear what you have to say about their growth so far throughout these first few weeks. I know that you've seen them from Houston Baptist, obviously, but what have you liked about their growth so far these first few weeks here on the Hill?
Yeah, something that people don't always see is just the leadership that comes around with the football program. Those guys are tremendous leaders for us, and they're going to be great ambassadors for this university moving forward. I've said it multiple times, those are 2 of the greatest young men you're ever going to meet. They're just phenomenal human beings on and off the field, and just their leadership and their love for the game and passion for football really just kind of spreads through the team. And that's sometimes something that you don't see. Clearly, we all see what they do on Saturdays, and they're lighting it up, and they're playing really, really good together, and that chemistry is something very special. But sometimes, the fans don't see the off-the-field stuff that's just as important.
Coach, one trend that Coach Helton's talked about, some of the players have talked about in recent weeks, is those starts where, Zappy, Stearns, and company will get going, but it may not come on that first drive or that second drive. It might come a few clicks later. UTSA, 5-0 team. They've beaten a Power 5 team this year. Obviously, it's a team you got to start fast with. So, for this game in particular, how do you guys get the ball going quick, and how do you get the ball moving fast?
Yeah, same deal. We've struggled on that a lot this year, so that's been another point of emphasis. Let's score first. I feel like we're a pretty explosive offense, and we haven't made anybody chase us yet. And so I think that's something that we need to do. And, that starts with me, trying to get Bailey in good situations with some easy play calls and some of that stuff, just to get the chains moving early on. And once we get a first down, we can start playing with some tempo and some of those things. So ultimately that comes down to me and helping get Bailey and the receivers and the guys just in some better situations early on.
Aside from Bailey, with the receivers, does it mean a different formation? Does it mean running different routes that might break up a defense more easily? What does that look like?
Yeah, just whatever it may be, easy completions or certain formational where what you're going to get defensively from your opponent, things like that. Like I said, just kind of something where the quarterback and the guys get out there and they don't even have to think about it. They know exactly what's coming, exactly what they're going to see, where the heart rate's down low, and then they're just ready to make a play.
Kind of going off the previous question about Bailey and Jareth. Bailey is quarterback, gets a lot of the attention, but Jareth, it seems like he kind of flies under the radar a little bit. Kind of an undersized guy, but he just gets it done. As his coach for however many years now, I guess him getting this recognition now, being the leading receiver in the nation, what does that mean to you as his coach for so long to see that?
Yeah, I got chills running down my back right now just talking about him. He's special, very special to me. He was one of the very first people I got to recruit as the offensive coordinator at Houston Baptist. So I got to know him really well and his family. No one deserves it more than him. I mean, nobody comes to work every day, puts their head down, works hard. He is unquestionably probably the hardest working guy on the football team. And if you ask anybody on the team, they're going to tell you the same thing. And that's why it's so special. It means the world to me, just being able to continue to be his coach, because like I said, he's a special human being on and off the field. And it's nobody's worked harder for these accolades that he's getting than him. And I know you guys are about to talk to him, and he's going to be as humble as they come, because that's who he is as a guy too. So, but nobody deserves it more, man. He works really, really hard day in and day out, on and off the field. Phenomenal student, phenomenal person. Really cannot say anything more highly on him. He's just unbelievable.
So, Coach, now, we kind of have seen more of the air raid. You show up on the hill, that's what you guys are running. But, I guess more importantly, you guys do have a running game, and you do have that good line that's in front of them. So what's going to be crucial for you guys to step up? I know that you say that you want to start faster, you want to score first, you want to be chased. What's important for all that stuff to start clicking now?
Yeah, I think we need to try to remain as much balance as we can. I mean, ultimately we're probably going to throw it a little bit more than we run it, but we want to make sure we're getting a good dose of the run game too. And last week, just kind of how the game flow went. We got down early, and my nature is throw the ball. Put the ball in my best player's hands, which is my quarterback. And so I wanted to give him the ball and give him as many opportunities as I can. And when you're down early like that in the game, you just feel like there's not enough time sometimes. And so throwing the ball, you get downfield faster. The clock's not running as much. And so we're going to throw it a little bit more during certain times. But at the end of the day, just trying to remain balanced and having a good running game. And I'm really excited about where we're moving forward with that, especially this week.
With UTSA, don't give up a lot of points. Obviously, one of the best teams in Conference USA. Tyson talked a little bit about the matchups, on Monday in the press conference. I guess when you see UTSA on film, what do you see?
Yeah, really, really good football team. Coach Traylor, an old high school Texas head coach that I know very well, has done a remarkable job there, really turning that program around. They play really, really hard. They're another blue-collar type of bunch. Big, nasty guys on the defensive line, really fast, athletic linebackers, and then, just a bunch of really, really physical DBs. You're going to see a corner out here that's about 6'4", 200-something pounds. So, I mean, they've got some really, really good-looking players. Like I said, blue-collar, they play really, really fast. It's going to be a really tough challenge for us, but we're looking forward to it. We have home field advantage at 6 p.m. night game, so hopefully the fans will come out, and we're excited about it.
So, Coach, I know that this is going to be your first Conference USA game here on the Hill. So, one, just how exciting is that for you personally? I know that you just mentioned, having all the fans come out and stuff like that. But how exciting is it for you? And I guess just one other thing, too. They did hold MTSU scoreless until their fourth quarter. So, what's something very early on that if you want them to start chasing you?
Yeah, first off, to answer your first question, very excited. That's ultimately the goal. I think anywhere you're at, you want to win every game, but you also want to be a conference champion. And so that really starts this week, just trying to go 1-0 this week. And then, like I said, UTSA is very, very good. So what we can't do is we can't start slow and get behind, because as we've seen, their defense is kind of choked people out, if you will, and really got them down early and made people chase them. And so that's kind of what we absolutely can't have happen this week.
Mm-hmm.